Hello and welcome to episode 26 of the Cat Lady podcast. That's 2T, CATT, craft all the things. My name is Andrea. Welcome new viewers and returning viewers. I seem to have gotten a little influx of subscribers this weekend. I believe it's because a lot of you are coming from Two Tangled Skeins with Sue and Lynn, and they gave me a little shout out. I have not finished. I'm in the middle of their episode, so I haven't got to that part yet, but I saw in their show notes I was tagged, so thanks ladies. I appreciate it, and welcome to anyone that's new. Come in and join me. Hope you enjoy what you see, and thank you if you've come back to watch the craziness. So I got a bit to talk about this week, but let's just jump right in. You can find me on Instagram, Facebook, Ravelry as the Cat Lady, and also Periscope if anyone's into the new Periscope thing. I try to do right now I'm at once a week, the Work in Progress Wednesday. I try to do a little video, but hopefully in the future I'll do some more of those too, because those are kind of fun. But I'm also the Cat Lady on that because that links to Twitter, which I don't really use Twitter, but I have an account. So, and all my show notes are always listed on my blog at the Cat Lady, which is 2ts.blogspot.com. So we will jump right in to, one more thing. If you want to win any of the giveaways I talk about, you have to be a member of the Ravelry group. That seems to be the easiest way to handle the contests and giveaways. So if you just subscribed to YouTube but you haven't jumped on to the Ravelry group yet, please come check it out. It's the Cat Lady podcast. You can do a search on that, or I think I have it linked on my profile page. So come on over to Ravelry. That's where all the fun stuff happens. The giveaways, the knit along, craft along stuff. Just some chatting and just lots of fun stuff over there. So come check us out. So podcast news. I had a few introductions this week, so let's jump right into those. We had Lady Bowhunter WT. Sorry again, I always apologize. I should just not read people's screen names because I'm always gonna probably say them wrong, but she's Linda from Bowling Green, Kentucky. She quilts and crochet, is a beginner crocheter, so welcome Linda. And Always Happy Feet is Wilma from Germany, but she's living in Canada. She learned all her basic crafts in school, so sewing and knitting and all that stuff, and she said it was not fun. It was like too much pressure. So not until she was in university did it start becoming trendy again, and she got into it and she was happy she knew how to do those, which makes sense. Yeah, if you're being forced to learn all that stuff, it was not as fun. So she knows how to do all those. She's known how to do all those crafts for a long time, and it sounds like she's enjoying them now in retirement. So welcome. And then Missy K Can Crochet is Missy in Georgia. She's a crochet addict, and I think she said learning to crochet and sew, but I think she meant knit maybe. So correct me if I'm wrong, Missy. But considering Missy K can crochet, pretty sure you know how to crochet, and maybe you're learning to knit. So next is Toll Baby, who is Lynn from Two Tangled Skeins. She was kind of laughing that, you know, we chat on weekends, and she's actually my swap partner for a little group swap I'm doing, and so we've chatted a lot. She's like, how am I not a member of your group? So she just popped in to say hi, and she's from Canada. She knits, she crochets, and I believe she spins too. And she's going to school, back to school for library tech, so that's pretty cool. And last this week was Zoe, I'm Z-O-W-E, say it once again, is Josie Ann from Montreal. She's French, but moved to Canada a year ago for work. So thank you all for stopping in and saying hi. Again, if you pop over the Ravelry group and introduce yourself, I will say hello to you. Next up is our 100-member giveaway, and I will show you the prizes for that. So I'm actually, it was 100 members for YouTube and the Ravelry group. Now I'm almost at 200 members for the YouTube subscription, so that's pretty cool. I'm not really sure where I'm at for Ravelry group. I haven't checked. I should have looked this morning. But I will show you what the prize is. So all you have to do is go into the 100-member giveaway thread. Tell me one thing you like about the podcast, and one thing maybe that you would like improved. I'm not going to say something you don't like, because a lot of people saying, well, I don't like it. It's not that I don't like it. So, because everyone's nice. Crafty people are nice. That's the theme of this. That's the theme of today's show, and that's probably my title. Crafty people are super nice. So something that might need a little improvement, which I've gotten a lot of good feedback right from the start, and I've already done some of these changes to the podcast. So if you look back at previous episodes, you'll see the format is slightly changed since, and I think it's been for the better. So I thank everyone for their feedback. But the prize, which I believe, I gotta remember when I said I was drawing that prize. It might be next week. I don't know if I should keep it open a little longer or if I should just stick with where I was at. But the prize is going to be 2 50-gram skeins of this Fashion Toes yarn, 90% superwash, 10% nylon, superwash merino, sorry. 90% merino, 10% nylon. And you have a choice. So it's either 2 of these or 2 of these. We have nice bluish green or pretty burgundy blend. I prefer the 2 and 2, not 1 of each, just because, you know, this will make a pair of socks, this 2 will make a pair of socks. So, but you know, if you're super nice and say pretty please, maybe I could give you 1 of each if you were really interested in that. But show you 2 of you one more time. Apparently I don't show stuff on the screen long enough, so let's try to keep it up there long enough for everyone to see. Then a bag, and not necessarily this bag, I'm just showing you a bag. I thought maybe I'd make a made-to-order bag for whoever wins. It's gonna have to be out of what I have. I'm kind of a budget crafter here, so I have a decent amount of fabric to play around with though. So if there's something that you've seen on a previous episode that you liked, I can see if I still have some left. But a drawstring bag. So, in either one color, 2-toned. And there's the, you know, pretty lining. So, I will work with you to find a bag that will fit your needs. Everyone has different taste preferences and colors and whatever, so, you know, it's hard to just pick one for the giveaway and know that if it's going to work. The next prize is a set of stitch markers from Sue from Two Tangled Skeins, who has her own Etsy shop as The Tangled Skein. So there's Sue's card. And here are the stitch markers. They're kind of hard to see. I have a picture of them. Well, actually they come out okay. They stop moving. So they're kind of a bluish, purpley, very nice little stitch markers. They're very sturdy. And just more and more. A made in Vermont pure maple candy that was donated to me by Mandy Pinecone. It's delicious. She sent me a pack for me to eat and then this little sample thing to give away. So, of course, I ate mine. I shared with my husband. I did not share with my children. I shared with my husband though. We ate it within a day. So there's, and if you've never had maple candy, it's like amazing. And a cat. Of course, my little cat lady mascot. This is Beans the cat is the pattern on Ravelry. Which I'm running out of cats. I had a little cat army because I've been sending them out with swaps and stuff. So a lot of cats. I need to make more cats. And then another custom perler clip or magnet. So this one has a clip on it, but I can just glue a magnet on the back too. So you can make it a magnet, but custom. So again, you know, something this size, something just smallish, but you know, I do bows. I've done a little mini TARDIS, and you know, I can do a variety of things. So again, we can talk. So this is going to be a very unique, customized giveaway prize for the most part. You can get a custom bag, you get to choose out of 2 yarns, and then the custom clip. So, and then the stitch markers and the candy and the cat. So this is a good giveaway, but I'm very excited to have reached 100 members on both the Ravelry group and the YouTube. So, and almost 200 now on YouTube, so that's very exciting. I'm very excited about that. So you guys deserve to win a prize, especially for helping me out with the likes, dislikes, pros, cons, whatever. So, and that is all I got for podcast news. So knitting. I have a foe. Finally, I finally finished the sock from Heck. I will maintain my proper language on the podcast. So, last I had showed you I had one finished paw track sock. This one's blocked, so this one actually looks pretty nice. The other one's a little wonky because it's amazing the difference the blocking makes. And I kind of forgot I blocked this because what I did is I just got it wet and I shoved it on my foot. And then I took it off and let it dry. So I'll do the same with this one. But so this one looks prettier since it's blocked. So that one's, of course, they're little paw tracks. Love the idea of this pattern. Love the way it looks flat when it's not on my foot. Do not like it when it's on my foot. I just don't. And okay, so if you're new to this is the second time I've knit the socks. Literally the same yarn. I knit the pair of socks, I tore them out, and then I did them again. I knit them first. I thought I was using size 1s, but I was using 1.5s. So when I got it on, it was like, it just didn't feel right. But it still looked funky. It still like stretched out, and it was weird. I just didn't like it. But I made a pair of tube socks for my daughter that matched. Same pink, same paw tracks. She's like, oh, I love having matching socks. She's 5. So I'm like, okay, well, I have to knit these again because she loves having matching socks. This is just Serenity Sock, Deborah Norville, Premier Yarns, whatever. Cheapy yarn, which it looks like Emily's socks are already starting to wear in the heel, and she's like only worn them like 3 times. So yeah, cheapy sock yarn. So, but yes, I did them again. So here's the funky, unblocked second sock. Can we see a difference here? Yep. So, anyway, so the first pair I did with 1.5s, I think I felt like I knit the foot part too long. Just nothing, it didn't like it. Excuse me. It was a little runny. So, round 2. Take 2. And I'm taking all this as learning. I'm learning how to figure out the best pattern for my foot for a sock. Never again am I going to rip out a sock and redo it. I'm just going to like say, okay, well, it was a learning process because no, I don't want to do that again. Because these socks are terrible to knit a second time because I just wanted to be done. I'm done with this pattern. I've done this already. I've done this for tube socks. I did this for my socks. I'm done. I did not want to do this again. So, it took me almost a month, which that's a long time, for me, that's a long time to knit a pair of socks. So, when I put it into my Ravelry queue or whatever project page, started on August 28th. So it's now the 21st? Yeah. It's September 21st, 2015, by the way. Keep forgetting to say the date in the beginning. So, yeah, that's a long time for a pair of socks. And so and then I did this one. I knit 8 inches. No, 8.5 inches. And then I did the heel. And then I knit up. Put it on. Still just not quite right. Better, but not right. Still felt I felt like the heel was a little too high up. Like, so maybe I knit too. Okay, my phone just, sorry. Speaking of Periscope again, it alerts you when someone's doing a Periscope, so all of a sudden that just flashed in front of my screen. That's why I should get another camera to record, not my phone. So, anyways. So this was 8.5 inches. With a fish lips kiss heel. As done per pattern specifications. Didn't like it 100%. So I'm like, okay, you know what? This is all experiment. All in the name of the quest for the perfect sock, which is my hashtag for that now. So this one I knit 8 inches. And then I did the fish lips kiss heel, except I did it a little different. Someone suggested to me maybe making a little bit less of the twin stitches, as they're called. It's a paid for pattern, so I can't go into details, but if you have the pattern, you'll know what I mean. So I did. I didn't do the normal third kind of even breakdown. I did a little bit less on each side. And I think it's supposed to make the heel a little wider, and I don't know if I needed a wider heel or not, but I did it anyways, just because why not? This fits better, but it still just looks stretched out. And again, I know it's the pattern. The pattern just does not, this paw does not look good when it's like stretched out. So, you know, it's like, it looks fine here, and then all of a sudden you get here and it's like, I don't even know if yeah, it's like that. And I just don't think that looks as appealing as that. So I'm blaming the pattern mostly. But I'm thinking I'm gonna go with this setup again though. I'll do 8. I might do 8¼ inch. Try that. Just maybe add one more extra row before I start the hill. 1 or 2 extra rows. And then this is a, okay, so these were size 1s. This was a 60 stitch count. So I cast on 24 for the toe and then increased to 60. And I have all these notes in my Ravelry page, so. Yeah, that's right. So, that was experiment 1, I guess. And I'll wear them. I'll wear them with my daughter. She'll be excited to have them. I will block the other one. I can wear those. Those ones actually I think I can wear. They're actually semi-comfortable. And I think it just bothers me the most. Everyone else, like when I posted pictures before the first pair, like, oh, those are cute. Those are adorable. So mostly it's just me. But you can't do those weird lacy things that, unless they're made to kind of spread out, you know, when you want to open it up. This pattern, you don't really want to open up the pattern because it just doesn't look right. So now if this was a scarf, like I should make a paw print scarf, paw track scarf, because that would be adorable. Fingerless glove, sure, those don't have a lot of stretch in it. Socks, I just don't think it works. I like the pattern though. I mean, the pattern is cute. It's called Paw Tracks. It's by Gwen Clark. And yeah, so all the notes that I just talked about as far as what I did for sock 1, what I did for sock 2 are all on my Ravelry page. So, but they're done. And then my sock mojo just sprang right back. So last I talked, I showed you my toe of my next pair of socks. And it was literally like I had cast on and knit like 2 rows. So it was literally just a tiny, tiny little toe. So I jumped onto those. I said, okay, the casting on is like my least favorite part. So figured I'd jump on that. So this is in my, sorry, I gotta cancel the Periscope notifications apparently. So this is in my Doctor Who bag. Exploding TARDIS. And I love the placement of this. TARDIS is like right in the center there, on both sides. And inside is the Doctor Who logo. So this would be an example of a bag that just has the one print and not the contrasting colors or whatever. And I'm working on my next pair of socks though. And this is the Knit Picks Felici Gummy Bear, which for some reason I called it Jelly Bean yesterday when I entered it into Ravelry, or Saturday when I put it into Ravelry. But I fixed that today because I'm like, that's not right. So this is the gummy bear, and I finished 1 full color panel, I guess, like 1 of each stripe. It's officially done. And it flew. I did this all on Saturday. I didn't have a chance to knit any other time on this except for Saturday. So I did that all Saturday, which I thought was pretty impressive, especially after I felt like it was painstakingly slow getting through the sock. So let me look at this too. So looks about the same size. So this is size 0s, 64 stitches. I did a swatch of 60 stitches on the 0s, and it seemed a little snug. So we're going 64, and it seems to correlate with the size of this. So hopefully I did a right job, because at this point I'm knitting them. If they fit, they fit. If they don't, well, I don't care anymore. I'm not taking them out. So I'm going to knit them to 8¼ inches, and then I don't know what kind of heel I'm going to do. I'm not using a pattern. This is vanilla sock. This is my first vanilla sock. See, that's another thing. I've never done a vanilla sock. I've always done some sort of pattern. So, and I think the pattern always is you know, it's not the right gauge. It's not the same fit. It's not, you know, it stretches different. Everything's different when you use a pattern. So, vanilla sock. I did toe up, Judy's Magic cast on, which I get these little funky things on the side. Really mostly just the one side. I don't know, did I get it here? I kind of got it there too. Where it's like a little loose on the end. I mean, it doesn't bother me when it's on my foot, but I feel like it bothers me when I'm looking at it now. So if anyone has any tips on Judy's Magic cast on and I hate casting on for a sock because the stitches are so small and I feel like I'm going to snap these needles in half. Especially the zeros, okay? I mean, they're not that much thinner, but it's just that more likely that I'm going to snap the thing in half. And these were cheapy needles anyways. I just picked them at Joann's. But I don't want to break them. I still don't want to break them. So I did the same routine. I cast on 24. I knit to 64 increase. And then just knit, knit, knit. So these are really easy. So, and I usually prefer my socks to match. Let me see if I can find the other. Oh, is it right in front of my face? No. Where are you? There you are. Looking for my yarn. Okay. Anyways, I usually prefer the socks to match. Don't think that's going to happen because yeah, see, this is this, oh no, that's the end color, never mind, let's see if I find the starting color. I don't think the color is going to be the same start. Nope. Okay, so this one's going to start with purple, and yeah, so if I wanted to make the blue be the start, I'd have to like waste all of the purple, the coral, and the pink to get to the blue. Because usually I try to match them up. But I think this is going to be mismatched, so I think that's going to bother me, but I'll be alright. So, they're not going to match. And I'm gonna have a problem. I'll be alright with it. I wear, like, I just grab 2 socks out of my drawer. I don't care what color they are, so someday it'll be a pink and a yellow sock. Sometimes it'll be a black and a blue sock. I don't care, I just pick a sock, because most of the time no one sees my socks. Second of all, who cares? It's fun. So why am I having a problem with my stripes not matching up? I don't know, but for some reason, it's these weird things that are like OCD that don't make sense. So the stripes on my socks, and then another OCD problem of mine is the children's toys. I'm constantly like counting them to see if we have all the pieces. They have this magnet set, like these magniformers things, they all stick together. Seriously, I'm constantly, like, every other day I'm like, let's gather them and count them, see if we have them all. Hate it when I'm missing like 1 or 2 pieces of toys. So I put together Emily's Lego sets not too long ago too. Like, she had Legos, okay, they're tiny, 1,000,000 pieces. We get these sets that, you know, they make little things, and so we made all the sets, and then she ended up taking them all apart and mixing them all up and making her own little things, which is fine, okay, I'm not gonna stifle the creativity here. But then, like, you know, months later, she's like, can you build my kitty doctor, my little vet for me? I'm like, so all the Legos are just like 3 or 4 sets all mixed. I'm like, so I sorted them all out. I went on the back of the little instruction book, went through the parts list, sorted them all out, then built them back. And I'm missing like 1 piece for one of the sets. It's not an important piece, and I think I used, I think we had another piece that was similar, but it was a different color, and I used that instead, but still I'm thinking about it, that missing piece. Where could it be? But it's like this big, so it's probably in the garbage somewhere. Or in my vacuum cleaner. Anyways, that was a tangent. So, my socks won't match. And it bothers me, and it shouldn't, because, like I said, I wear mismatched socks all the time, so I don't know. So, that is my only knitting whip. And and I'm using my little handy dandy DPN needle keeper from Mandy Pinecone, which this is the like greatest thing on the planet. Like, seriously, greatest thing on the planet for DPNs. So, and that all is in my bag. This is my favorite bag. So, I'm very excited about this bag. And that is all I have for knitting. So pretty much sockapalooza, trying to figure out how to make socks that are right for me. Up next is sewing. Got a little sewing done this week. Not much, but a little. So the last of the pile that I had already pre-cut the fabric for, I'd already cut the fabric months ago. I had this pile, you know, of all these bags I was going to make. So I finished my Hello Kitties. So these are Hello Kitty St. Patrick's Day that are adorable. With the pretty fun green stripey inside. And this one had a rainbow. I was planning on doing a rainbow drawstring for both, but I only had enough in the spool for one set, so it's kind of disappointing, but there's the other one, and it's kind of a pearlescent-ish sparkly. Oh, it's fine. But you kind of, when you look at it, it kind of looks greenish. You kind of look down on it, so it's not as smooth as the other one, but I think I'll keep this one for myself and swap the other one or do something with the other one. So, because I can tolerate it. I don't want to give that to somebody though and be like, oh, this is weird. So it's still functional, but the rainbow is pretty cute. So those are my sewing bags, and then I made, which I wasn't going to show you my sock yarn blanket because I had made no progress on it, but it is attached to my my sewing project, so I guess I will sort of show you. Working on a purple square. I think I was working on the purple square last time. So this is, I made my own needle keeper. So this is mine. And it's kind of a heavy project to hang off of it, but so this is to go in my little girl bag, which oh, my friend Jen, who's the uncreative crafter, of course, had to make a comment that I'm like pretty much like lobotomizing those poor children, which is true, but you know what? It was a sample. I was using scraps, and it's the same fabric I used for that bag, so that was the reason. So yes, these poor children have their heads cut off. She technically has her head, it's just on the back, so I don't care. It was practice. So, but it turned out fine. I like it. So I did make one mistake. It's not really a mistake, but you're supposed to like put it together and then, you know, you put it together inside out and you flip it, leave a hole and you flip it the right way. Well, I left the hole on the outside fabric instead of the inside fabric, which was dumb. So I had to hand sew this closed, which was fine. I mean, it looks fine, but I hate hand sewing. So it was like, I could have been done, you know, and it's like I had to spend an extra 5 minutes hand sewing this thing closed because I was just dumb and didn't leave the turning hole on the inside like you're supposed to. So, but hence why I sample. But here's my blanket still. So, I think I decided I need to add 6 more squares for it to be the length I want. So, okay, we got, and then add 6 more, and then that'll be the size of my queen size bed as far as the top of the bed. So it'll be like an oversized throw, and then we'll start building the rows up. So let's see, how many squares total is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So 20 squares. 20 squares wide. So, which I'm probably gonna run out of minis before well, I'll be able to finish a row. Maybe I'll be able to finish 2 rows before I'm running out of minis. But more minis are coming. Ow, Periscope, stop. Sorry. So that was my other sewing. So that was all I did for sewing. I have some more bags I want to get together. I need to look up my fabrics and stuff and see what I want to do. So that was it. So on to spinning. Oh! Do I have it? There it is. Okay, I do have it. I don't have it. I don't have any works in progress for spinning, but I have a faux, another faux. And I love this faux. This is like to die for, really. It's amazing. So this is my fiber stash. Why are so many people periscoping this morning? This is a merino tencel blend. It is so soft. Love it. And it's spun up very nicely. It's purple and pink. The colors are sort of true. It's kind of blowing out a little bit. But You got some darks, and it gets really dark in some spots, like almost black. And then it's like, gets almost white in some spots. And it's mostly spun pretty well. There's a few spots I see that are a little underspun, but it's because they got a little thick. But I love it. And this was given to me, this is Fiber Stash. And this was given to me again by Jen, the Uncreative Crafter. Check out her podcast. She has a new episode that she just posted to yesterday, today, last night. So go check her out. She's a lot of fun. She's super nice, and she gives nice presents. We did a swap, so I love it. So I have plans for this. Thinking of doing, it's called the Carrie Shawl. It's by Megan Sanders. I've talked about her before. She did the Grimes shawl that I test knit for her, and she also gave away a Grimes shawl pattern to one of my listener viewers. So we did a giveaway for that a while ago. But I talked to her and I said, you know, this is, what did I say, 357 yards. And it's more of like a DK weight, I'd say. I mean, obviously it's got some thicker spots, it's got some thinner spots, hand split, it's always hard to show. The pattern, I think, calls for a skein of sock weight yarn, like 400 something yards. And so I emailed her, I'm like, do you think I might be able to squeak a shawl out of this? And she said she's used like Hawthorne, Knit Picks Hawthorne, which is only 300 something yards, 357 yards, I think, which is the same as what I said this is. And she's made a version of the shawl with that and just omitted a repeat. And she, I don't know, she went over the modifications she did for that. However, I would be going up a needle size because this is not sock weight, it's a little bit bigger, a little bit thicker. I feel like some spots look like they could be sock weight, but it's probably more DK. Sport. Maybe more sport. I don't know. I did a, oh, I forgot my reps per inch tester. I cut it out of a piece of a box from a beer box. But it worked. You know, I just cut a little inch notch out of it, and I came up with 13, which I believe is sport. Between sport and DK. I don't know. I'm new to all this technical stuff. But I might try it. I'm a little nervous to try it, but I mean, I don't want it to be too short of a scallop, but I like the shawlettes. You know, like shawl scarves, kind of. So I'll be okay if it's a little bit smaller. But I don't want too small, so I might do a swatch just to see how it looks anyways on the higher needle and just start the pattern a little bit just to see what we look like. So, because this needs to go here. This needs to live around my neck. Like, there's no question. This needs to live around my neck. So, that is my finished spinning. This is probably the best one I've spun yet, I'd say. Just each one I do just gets a little better and better, so. Now, that was all. That was all for spinning. I got more spinning stash and stuff, so we will come back to spinning stuff, but that was all. I was on the wheel. Oh, shoot. I did have something on the spindle. Did I grab it? No. So last I showed you my spindle a few weeks ago, I was doing ply on the fly, and I was just doing these random bits of my raw wool that I processed. Well, I decided just to grab any bits and stuff that I happen to do samples with. I'm just going to throw it on the spindle. I'm going to fly on the fly, and I'm going to have some weird, crazy yarn. So that's kind of my goal for the spindle, because I haven't really done much with the spindle lately, and I like it, and I still like it, of course, and I like doing the ply on the fly. I think it's kind of fun. Kind of changes things up a bit. So I had a few more random bits of some Rommeldale, some BFL, you know, I just have all these bits of stuff. So, you know what? I just threw them on there. So now I have I'm going to have some eclectic already, and you know, the last two samples I threw on there had a little bit of neps in it. Just went with it. So it's gonna be like, it's gonna be an art yarn, I guess. It's gonna be stripy, brown, white, who knows what. So, but I left it downstairs, so it wasn't that exciting to see, but maybe I'll bring it up next time. So that's the one downside. All my spinning stuff is downstairs and everything else is up here, so I just gotta remember to grab it. So that was it for spinning. Time for stash. Crafty people are super nice. Okay? Seriously. So I have some stash this week. And again, I've talked about this a lot. I'm a budget crafter. Most of my shopping is done at Joann Fabrics, Michaels, because stuff be expensive. Kids are expensive. I have 2 kids that need to eat, unfortunately. So they cost a lot of money. And they go to preschool, and they go to this, and they go to that, and karate, and blah, blah, blah. So mama's craft budget, being a stay-at-home mom, is limited. So all those pretties that are on Etsy, I always do my little window shopping, but, I just not quite, can't quite put in the budget yet. So anyways, that was a tangent. So you lovely people have been sending me things just because you're nice, and sometimes we swap, and it's a lot of fun. So I get some of these real pretty fun indie stuff, and in return I can send you, a nice bag or just whatever I can scrounge together, and it's a lot of fun. And then, I get to sample some of these really cool things. So an anonymous viewer wanted to remain just a friend of the podcast, sent me a big box of stuff. And I said, let me send you something, anything. No, I'm allergic to cats, so, probably best not anyways, because I have 2 cats. And I can sew, and, don't worry about it, I love your podcast. So, seriously. So, what did I get? Oh, and it started off with, I made this handspun that I didn't like, and I noticed you like these colors. Would you like it? And so this was the handspun. And how fun is it to get other people's handspun? Okay, because I spin, and I love to see other people's stuff that they spin. So look at this. Kind of orangey, pink, green, purple, like totally fun. Really fun colors. And it was like 2 braids that they had, and then combined it, like plied it together, and so, but just wasn't happy with how it turned out. So yeah, I love it. It's awesome. And this, I don't know what I'm gonna do with it yet. I think it was like 400 yards. Don't remember, but it's a lot, and it's kind of bulky. Looks like a bulky. I'm thinking a hat for Emily for sure, because this looks total fun. Winter hat. Maybe a hat and periscope. I'm hoping that's not interfering with the video. I'm pretty sure it's not, because the time's still ticking away, but I'm going to be really mad if I get to editing and it's like things are doing stuff. But one last time with that. So, got to cast on something with that, because that is totally fun. So that was what I was expecting, some hand spun. Okay, I get the box, and it's like, okay, I sent you this. This is called from Knitterly Things. Vesper sock yarn, superwash merino, rainbow love. So rainbow sock yarn, like, amazing. It's gorgeous. 100% superwash merino. Then this Madeline Tosh. I am a Madtosh virgin. I have never had Madeline Tosh, but of course everybody who knits knows who Madeline Tosh is, or whatever. Madeline Tosh yarn. Tosh sock. Victory Garden. Oh, it's gorgeous. Orange and green. Oh, it's beautiful. 100% merino. Just looking at the back of the thing. I mean, look at this. Seriously. I mean, this stuff is incredible. Then, there's more. CJ Kopek Creations. DK Weight Polworth Silk. 2 of them. In my favorite color. Burgundy maroonish, this, the darker red. And it's called Ember. Perfect for fall. Oh, this is like screams fall. Fall shawl. Say that 10 times. Fall shawl, fall shawl. But wait, there's more. man, how about matching socks for Christmas, for your family? Four skeins of Knit Picks Felici in the Jingle colorway. I'm at least going to make a pair for me and my 2 children. We'll see about my husband. I'm still trying to figure out how to make a sock that fits me. Don't know if I'm going to be able to figure out my husband's foot. But we'll do the 2 tube socks and the socks for me. We'll see what I have left. Because of course my husband's feet are bigger. My feet are big, so they take up, you know, it takes up a decent amount of yarn for my sock as it is. So I may not have enough for Jim's socks, but the kids and me, and boy, he wears black socks, okay? Like, I don't know if he'd wear these. But more Felici, Christmas color, more socks to experiment with. So that was the yarn. So then when there was fiber. 75% ecru BFL, 25% black BFL. Highland Handmaids Pitch Pine Top. In, again, these jewel tones that I just love. These are my favorites. These darker colors are just my favorites. You got like this orange and purple and blue and like this darky mustardy yellow. Beautiful. And then this one, I think this one's my favorite. This one's called the Sassy Sheep Merino Bamboo Silk Top. So merino, bamboo, and silk. Colorway Firestorm. Look at this. Look at this. It's red, orange. I think they said they didn't like orange. So a lot of these have some orange in it. And they mentioned being like part of these fiber clubs. So here's a question for you guys. Have you ever done like fiber clubs or knitting clubs or, you know, box, like a fiber box, a yarn box, whatever they're called, knit crate, you know. The monthly mystery subscriptions. Have you ever done those? What do you think of those? Do you like them? What happens when you get things that you don't like? Do you just give them away to somebody else? Do you try to sell them on a swap page? Or, I mean, like, things aren't, these monthly services aren't really cheap. A lot of fun. But what if you get stuff you don't like? So, I mean, in their case, they just gave it to me. But, you know, like, that's the biggest part that worries me about those. I'm not real picky. I mean, I got so much random stuff that I'll find something to make with it. But I feel like, you know, for that kind of money, it's like you want something you really like. So, if anyone has any stories about swap or monthly subscriptions, either bags or fiber, yarn. Is there any you've liked? Is there any you don't like? Have you had any experiences? You know, love to hear. But so those are those. Oh, look at that. It's gorgeous. It's blowing out a little bit. But wait, there's more. Godiva Yarns. Falkland. 4 ounces. Doesn't have a... The colorway is Falk 0901. So no real color. But again, these dark... real pretty dark burgundies in there. I don't think they knew my favorite color was burgundy either, so. And then this one, Fiber Nymph Dye Works. I think this is one that was used in this. Pretty certain. It was this one mixed with another one. I think maybe the Godiva, but in a different colorway. This is Woodland Whimsy 100% Falkland top. So again, those bright orange, green, pink. So super pretty. Some browns, orangey browns. Okay. And so that was it. That was ridiculously a lot of like crazy cool stuff that I was not expecting, because I was expecting this. So yeah, I mean, just incredible. Incredible! So thank you. Thank you very much. I super appreciate it. And I have some minis coming from Megan Sanders, who is several And then Polly Knits also sent me something, so next week I'll have some more things to share. And Megan, I'm going to hopefully send back some minis, and Paul, I'm going to make a bag. So those will be official swaps. And that was that. Okay, so that was, okay. Yeah, I kind of have a lot of stash this weekend, or this week. So that was all that. So then I went to my local yarn shop, just kind of on a whim. I was getting ready to pick up my son from preschool. And I'm like, let's go just pop in there. Well, I hit the clearance corner, and I'm like, whoa, I found this bag. It was 100% merino, almost a pound of merino. Half of it was this. It was kind of messy. I had to roll it up, but like ready to spin merino. Soft, just pretty. Then, like, so somebody must have, like, someone, either this was, they used it in like a spinning demo or something, but they have spinning classes there, so maybe, I'm guessing maybe that it was like a spinning demo or something. So then, like, the other half is already plied, or already singled, in singles. So, probably, some of this looks like it should be run through again, just to check it out, and some of it looks a little loose in the center here. I don't know, but I'm going to take it, and I'll run it through again, take a look at it, apply it, dye it. This will be just good for practicing, some practice dyeing, or just some, maybe I'll do a 3-ply. I mean, I'm not going to have enough to do a full, but I can at least do some. I've never done a 3-ply before. It was $10. So that was like a steal. So yeah, that was my local yarn store bargain. Then I went to I'm trying to go in order of when I got these this week. Then I went to Michael's this week. I bought yarn for my Viajante. Again, burgundy. That is my fall color, and just my favorite color. So this is going to be for the Viajante shawl by Martina Bem. And this is going to be, it's going to be an interesting project. It's huge, and it's like, this is like light fingering yarn, so almost like lace weight yarn. So I'm interested to see how this will work out. So I'm going to start that. Hopefully I'm going to start that, or at least cast it on this week. So this is the Loops and Thread wool. Like, it's very soft. It's very soft. It's a, where is it? It's acrylic nylon. So there's that. And then I got some fabric this week as well. Snagged a couple fat quarters. This one's got kitties on it. Yay! Cute little kitties. I like that. Then I got some Halloween fabrics. We got some ghosts. Spooky ghosts. Some happy pumpkins. And candy corn. Love candy corn. So I have no idea what I'm going to do with them yet. Bags of some sort. But they need, I need to find some interiors and whatever. Then I got a bag of paracord, black, to use for drawstrings. More manly than ribbons. So if I make a bag for Paul, paracord, it's going to be better. And I'm going to make a bag for my husband with the fabric he wanted. The crazy graphic Nintendo, like bright Nintendo fabric, which is pretty cool. This was very hard to find. All the Joann's I had gone to was out of stock. So, and even when we were in there yesterday, the lady at the counter was like, "Oh, we still have that." Like it was hiding somewhere else. It wasn't even with the rest of the Nintendo fabric. So it was kind of like a whim. We found it. So I got a yard of that. So I want to make a bag. He wants a bag to house his Wii U in, and maybe the cords and stuff. So also I bought. So I made. You saw my little DPN keeper. So I bought a snap applicator. The one I wanted, I could not find. They had a heavy duty pliers for heavy duty snaps, and then they had this It works fine. But you gotta get the fabric in there, line it up, and this thing, the prongs are sticking out of the button snaps, and it's like a pain in the, and then you gotta take it, and then you gotta hammer it. So yeah, really wasn't that fun. But I couldn't find the snap thing that I wanted. It turns out it's in the baby diaper making section. And I looked in a baby section. It's like right next to the baby appliques. Like I saw so I went last week to Joann's, looked for it, couldn't find it, asked somebody at the counter. She said, "Oh, everything should be over there." I go back Sunday with my friend to a different Joann's, and she's like, "Oh yeah, I have it. It's in the baby making stuff," and which still took us a while to find it. It's like next to all like the baby appliques, and then they have baby snaps. It's like for the diaper making. So I didn't buy it though because it was on sale, and it was only 25% off sale. I have a 40% off coupon. I have a 50% off coupon. However, it's on sale until October 3rd, so I have to wait until October 3rd. Cause it's like $25. I'm not gonna buy it. Or maybe it was like $20. I don't know. I was not going to buy it for the 20%, 25% off when I know full well in a month or in a couple weeks, whatever, I can get it for either 40 or 50% off because I get the coupons constantly. So I just waited. So instead I bought some more snaps for the crappy snapper. So I'm going to call it the crappy snapper. So yeah, because I want to make some more of the DPN cozies. I need another one for my gummy bear. Why do I keep calling him Jelly Bean? My gummy bear socks. And then I actually need to cast on a pair of socks for my son in the Nemo colorway, shark bait color that I had gotten from a Mandy Pinecone a while ago. So I'm going to want a holder for those because they're genius because my needles just end up everywhere and then I can't find them, and so those are so nice. And then it keeps the stitches on the needles when they're in a bag, so I need to make a couple more of those. My table is now exploding because I'm just digging through everything. So let's see, I went over the hand spun, my yarn, my fiber, my merino, fat quarters, Nintendo, snaps, styrofoam. So this is not fiber related. But I am hopefully, going to be making a BB-8 for my son and daughter, or for my daughter. If you don't know who BB-8 is, he is the cool little new Star Wars robot. He's adorable. And this is the Sphero BB-8, so he actually moves and is controlled by like a smartphone. But I'm going to push his little button and he will move around a little bit on his base there. So, but anyways, my daughter is in love with the box that he came in and pretends that BB-8's in his box. So I was going to try to make like a little styrofoam BB-8 to put in the box. Oh, there he goes. That's not distracting, right? I love him. So I bought some styrofoam balls and I cut one in half very poorly, but I need to glue this on, paint it, figure it out. So that was a side project there. Styrofoam. And then I got some push bins to finally clear up my boards here because I got cards still to hang and stuff to put up. Still need to do my pictures. Still haven't done those either. And not craft related, I got a BB-8 shirt. So that's my newest Star Wars shirt. Because I love BB-8. He's so cute. We keep joking, like, you better be cool in the movie. You better not be like Jar Jar Binks. Because we'll be really angry. Because he's so cute! And R2-D2 is my favorite. So, you know, because those little robot droids are just fun. And he just keeps moving around. So, did I get everything? Michael's, yarn, snap, styrofoam, Nintendo. Okay, that's stash. Last but not least, and I will make it quick because we're getting up into an hour again. Week in review. Didn't do anything this week. Emily had a better week at school. She ate her lunch finally this week, which was good. She's been better getting on the bus. So, School's going better. She went to Crafty. I signed up for a Mommy and Me class with my son. So on Thursdays we do Miss Margie's. And Emily has been in Miss Margie's class since she was, I might have still been taking her in a carrier. I don't know. Well, maybe it's not that young. I don't know, but little. So I've known Margie for a while, and we're friends on Facebook and everything. So she does these little Mommy and Me preschool classes. So I finally got David into one, so that'll be fun. It's once a week, so something for us to do while Emily's at school. So we did our first Miss Margie class this week and did some crafty stuff, so that was fun. Saturday, we ran errands. We bought Star Wars stuff. Bought my thumbtacks, you know, fun stuff. Sunday, I met with my friend Kim. Oh, that's right. And she lent me a pair of hand garters. And she made this cute little cover for them. Using the snaps from the other snap thingy that I like. And these are plastic. See, the one I'm looking for is like plastic stamps. Snaps. I can't talk today. So, but I have some hand carders. She showed me quickly how to use them. So I'm going to try to experiment with some carding and combing with my combs. So I'm hoping to process a bunch of fiber this week. I have all my Cormo washed. Oh yeah, I didn't tell you about that. All my Cormo's washed. Here was a sample that I combed. It's nice and soft. This is lovely. It's Cormo. It's a merino cross. I think it's a merino Corridel, so it's very soft like merino. I don't know how to put this back. But nope, that's backwards. I will wrap those up later. But anyways, I went met up with her. She showed me how to use it the first time. That's done that. I hope I'm not running out of space. Anyways, met up with Kim, Carter's, Joann's, fabric stuff. We went to a wedding on Sunday. Our babysitter, Miss Sarah, had a good time. It was a lot of fun. Kids enjoyed dancing. Emily got a blister. She danced so much. We still made it home by like 8:30 because, you know, kids need to go to bed. It's a school day. So that was fun, and then... So, apparently my phone was full. I really need to find another way to record. So I'm down at the computer and just thought I would do a quickie goodbye. Me and my husband, like I was saying, me and my husband watched the Doctor Who premiere. It was crazy. I have no idea what's going on. So it should be an interesting season, so... With that, I am going to get everything on the computer and uploaded and ready for your viewing pleasure. So thanks for tuning in this week, and I hope to talk at you next week. Bye.